It is yet another exciting and beautiful day. Thank you for joining us again on your favorite show, Ladies Cafe. My name is Alice Lungu. As always, I've been joined by my co-host, Esther. Hi, Esther.
Hi, Alice. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, looking good.
Thank you. I've decided to change my hairstyle.
Can see.
Running away from the natural hair.
So, meaning that you are in Lent, now we are in Easter?
Yes. We're celebrating the resurrection of Christ. Everything needs to change.
Okay. That's good.
Yes. So today we are actually featuring the CEO of the Management Learning Center. He's going to explain to us what they actually do, what the center is all about. So, but before we call on him, as always, gossip tikambeko vameva chitika of late on social media kupayana kani yama marriages na my relationship of late. We've seen stories, especially that story yakun is it Minwood Ndeke bamuna mene wana shuta kazi bao tikambeko pali jankani Oh, Banawale has a knife. Yes. She was stabbed. I've remembered the story now. I've just twisted the other one who was shot. Tikambeko. I don't know what's your take. Especially in a number of bands. When you're single. That cafe. Is marriage a scam? You ask yourself those questions, like why are people killing one another, especially knowing that this is a person that you loved, and what can make you reach to that extent of wanting to kill them?
Then it's last week we were talking about the same thing.
We were talking about the same thing, especially.
So it's like every month there is a story of
of people killing one another. Even in relationships, we've seen a boyfriend kill the girlfriend kill the boyfriend. So kaya love ya manje ungaike pati siniziba
kapena ni wrong choice. Maybe it's a failure of
understanding
each other.
If you remember what I'd shared last time, it all starts with the foundation. Foundation, your relationship, Esther, I would rather, that's me, that's my opinion. I would rather be at peace, being single and at peace, than enter into a toxic relationship or marriage. Sometimes, I don't know, like what I've observed, mostly with our generation, we are doing things simply because Esther did it. Mr. Wedding, I want to have a big wedding, and with this thing of society wanting to pressure you, especially mwakula kwatiriwani. I've said it. I'm not going to get married simply because society is pressuring me to get married, or simply because age is catching up. I'm going to get married when it's the right time to avoid my killings. I don't know if you had anything to say about before we go on. All viewers, for now we go on a short break. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are watching Ladies Cafe, and today we feature the CEO of Management Learning Center.
Welcome to Ladies Cafe, sir.
Thank you so much,
Alice. Yeah.
Greetings, our viewers.
I'm sure the viewers would love to know, what are your full names?
My full names are Tembo, James Harrison.
Okay.
Yes.
Before we went on a break, Mr. Tembo, we were talking about incidents all over social media. Husbands killing their wives, wives killing their husbands, especially this recent story that happened of a husband who stabbed their wife. What's your take about that?
Yeah, okay, Zinkani, to be honest, it's not an issue that makes one happy to hear that people in a relationship are killing each other. People go into relationships to love each other.
Exactly.
And if God blesses them, to make children and increase the number of people on earth. But when we have this scenario where people are killing each other, it makes sad reading at It shouldn't be like that, actually. I think we need to continue talking about these issues. And maybe that's why Alangizi come in to help the young people that are marrying. But what also makes sad reading is some of these are elderly people, like they've been married for a long time. And instead of showing the younger ones how it's supposed to be done, they're going out there to beat each other. No, I think it's not right. It's not right at all. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, better that way.
Yeah.
And like reaching to
Most of the times children are that suffer. Yeah. It's very, very true.
But also the mothers who send abana.
There is no such a thing as ukwikalira abana. It shouldn't be that. Under normal circumstances, mwamuna akwatira mukazi nishipalibe na bana. Bana babwera as a blessing. So umwana kashi no umwaume bafire kwikalira each other. We're supposed to live for each other. What if we didn't have children? Mwamuna. So I think the focus must be the love between the two parties, and then we see how it goes. On another forum, if you invite me, I can come and share my personal experience about these issues.
Of course.
But I know I don't beat. No, I don't.
Of course. Yes, coming back to what we're looking at, a management learning center. Tell us more about it.
Okay, Management Learning Center is an institution that we established in 2022 around June.
Okay.
Yes. The focus is threefold initially. To provide training and consultants, and then we are also a little bit into general supplying of goods and services. And in the recent past, we are branching off into issues of promoting culture, our culture, our cultural heritage.
Okay.
Maybe we can contribute to reducing some of these issues, like what we're talking about right now. Those are our focus areas as an institution.
Okay.
Sure.
So, sir, who are the people behind the Management Learning Center?
Okay, so there I'm one of them, but I have other people that I've partnered with that would have been together with us here, but because of schedules, they're not able to. Yeah, but basically we are Zambians that have gone into some kind of a partnership to see how and what we can contribute to bettering the process of educating young people, giving them skills to be able to survive out there in the harsh economic environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Esther, please go ahead.
So, speaking of educating young people.
Yes.
Yes. So you have a specific age to say, maybe from this age to this age? Or?
Yes, our focus is young people aged between 13 to about 25, somewhere there. That is our focus group. But that is not to say that if Mwachedwe Mugamba School, and then you want to start at the age of 30 or 35, we cannot accommodate you. No, that is not true. We accommodate anybody that seems to have a need to educate themselves. I wanted to draw you back a little bit. In terms of policy, I don't know whether you people are paying attention to where we are at. Zambia got independent in 1964, we all remember. And prior to that, almost all the offices that we know, kuma post office, ma office ya mboma, wakapokola mwenze wazungu. Natu wakapokola nzupaya na vimakabudula wazungu, mabuno, mabwana na vimakabudula. But when we got independent, we got rid of all those. So the focus just after independence was to fill up those vacant places that were left by the Wazungus. But what is surprising is that when you look at our education system, the structure of our education system in terms of policy, we still are looking like we are still focused towards creating a candidate or creating a graduate that will work in an office. For us, I think at Management Learning Center, that is one thing that we feel we need to sort out as a people. In 1964, the population of Zambia was less than 1 million, but now we are running close to 20 million. Even if government was to be creative to create job opportunities, how many people will be given jobs? Very, very few. So if we come up with programs that allow people to go out there and start to create wealth, then as a nation we grow. And that is what we're looking at. Our concept is to encourage lots of entrepreneurial skills so that people are able to survive on their own. Then no junkies.
Yes.
Yeah, then no junkies, and then we have a peaceful environment.
Yes, yes. I love the fact that you've mentioned helping youths learn the skill. I think looking at our generation this time, I think it's very important because we had lived in that generation of youth saying, "Boma ilanganepo." You're depending. You can't do anything until you get a white collar job. Like boma ilanganepo, when you're doing a skill, you're not doing anything. But I love, having training centers like yours, teaching the young ones about skills, which is very important. I think a youth needs to have a mindset of, I need to employ someone, not being employed. I need to employ someone. That's a mindset that we, the youths, should be having. Mr. Tembo, we would love to know, when was a Management Learning Center established?
Yeah, like I said earlier on, we got ourselves established in 2022.
Okay.
In Lusaka, when we came, we were at a place called CM Complex.
Okay.
But now we have moved to Mulere Mwana,
Okay.
within the confines of Regiment Parish. That's where we are operating from. One of the reasons we find ourselves there is that I volunteer. I work for Mulere Mwana as a volunteer lecturer there. But besides that, we are running our programs within there. Yes. So I've been around for quite some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why, I would love to know, when starting something, obviously there is something that really motivated you to start this program. What really inspired you to do this?
Yeah, I think for us it's when you look at the kind of training programs that are available, like I was talking about a few minutes ago, almost every profession, Alice, people should be able to do something. If you have trained as a teacher, you can go out and start a teaching school, a tuition center. If you have trained as a medical officer at whatever level, you can go out there and establish a pharmacy, establish a small clinic behind the house. If you have trained as a policeman or a police officer at Delhi, you can go out there and form a security thing. We are looking at a scenario where, as a people, we'll begin to move away from the focus of wanting to be given a job to being able to create jobs and employ others and create more wealth for all of us to enjoy. That is what caused us to say, hey guys, I think let's get together and see what we can offer on the training platform.
So like the same youths, is it you just get wamena bwera chabe, or you get those who are vulnerable?
Okay, for now, we have not been able to tap into the CDF. So the issue of youths that are vulnerable is not so much what we are doing, but we are looking at those that are able to pay something. Yes, those that are able to pay something for the programs, those we are targeting. Yes. And how do we do it? We have two ways, two platforms through which we avail ourselves. We have the one-on-one platform where we teach, like the way we are seated in here, and then we teach you. Alternatively, we also have an e-learning platform where those that are willing to be helped with issues of training can tap in. And with the e-learning platform, we have opened ourselves. If say one is studying from NIPA, or one is studying from the University of Zambia, or one is studying from UNILAS and they're having challenges in a particular course, we can take them through on the e-learning platform and help them in the course that they're having challenges with. Sure.
Okay. So what's the focus area of your training?
Okay, so until now we are focusing on marketing management, and then we are looking at the marketing management courses that are offered by the Zambia Institute of Marketing. These are semesterized course programs. Semesterized in the sense that you start learning, for instance, in January, you run for 6 months until June, you write your exams. So we'll run you through from certificate level, advanced certificate, right through up to professional level. And the accrediting or examining body or authority is the Zambia Institute of Marketing. The second type of study programs that we are offering is under the ABMA UK qualifications. Under the ABMA UK qualifications, we have courses in management, we have courses in office management, we also have a bit of HR and project management. And then finally, we are trying to work with the German embassy, the people of Germany, to see how we can promote the culture and the language of the German persons here in Zambia. Now, you remember very well that a couple of years ago when COVID was like really serious, like not this COVID that we see now, like I'm coughing, I have COVID, no, like COVID and people are dying and we see them. One of the parts of the world that was hit hard is Europe. So right now, most European countries are trying to replace the manpower that they lost during the time of COVID. There will be lots of openings in Europe, I can assure you. And for like countries like Germany right now, if you trained in whatever field, in medicine, in management, education, whatever field, and in addition to that, you have the ability to speak their language, going to Germany is porridge, just like that. And that's what we're looking at. So our concept is to promote this culture and this language of the German people. And then once you have appreciated it and you have what it takes, then you can market yourself and you go to any place in the world like this, Germany and all.
Okay.
Yeah. So until now, we have a cultural program that we are running with Mulele and at Richmond, starting with the little ones, yes. Yes, that's what we're doing.
So
And
just
the-
to take you
Please go ahead, Esther.
just to take you
Let me catch
back,
Yes.
like you had mentioned to say you do more like, we can call them maybe, I don't know if it's tuitions or if you,
Okay,
for those that are not part of your,
correct.
yes. So you have specific courses that you offer, or all the courses are there?
Okay, so our focus is management related courses. So in management, we have management itself, we have finance, we have project management, we have entrepreneurship. Let me simply say business studies. Yes, so if say you are studying at Lusaka Apex Medical University, will not be able to help. Because maybe what you are doing there is it's a course in nothing that there will not help. But for as long as your area of interest falls within the spectrum of business studies, we can help.
Okay.
Sure, we can.
What is the duration of these trainings?
Yeah, so most of the programs are 6 months. So when I said a semester, I meant like from January up to June.
Okay.
And then from those that will recruit in June, they will run through up to December. So like in a year, we have people that will, if they're fast enough, they can do 2 semesters in a year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they are semesterized. But the beauty is that when you do your semester, at the end of the semester, you get your certificate. But like the way ABMA have done now, ABMA have also introduced mid-semester exams. You can start like in January, then in March you write the exams. Or if you started in June, in September you write the exams. So possibility is there if you're able to move very, very fast. Sure.
And how do you deliver your trainings?
Yeah, so mostly it's one-on-one or via a platform such as on e-learning. We also have learners that we coach via Zoom and WhatsApp. Yes.
Thank
So
God
we are
for the
using social
technology.
media a lot. Yes, we are trying to take advantage of the technology that is available. Yeah.
Okay. So how affordable are your fees?
We are not very expensive, I think, in terms of fees. No, we are not. We are comparatively reasonable, very, very reasonable. We have courses that are in the range of 3,500 somewhere there. You can get to do your course from start up to the end of a semester. There are courses that are that reasonable. And then we also have short courses, like for those that wants to have the acumen to be able to operate skills like IT, like hands-on IT. Those we're charging as little as 500 kwacha for 21 days. So we're very fair. We're very fair.
Okay.
So as in since there are different like ways on how you conduct the trainings.
Yeah.
So like for those like social media, we say on Zoom, do they have a different fee? Or if I say maybe these they're paying 3,500, so even if you are on Zoom, even if you come physically, you pay the same amount, or there is
No, in terms of the course fees, they are the same.
okay.
There is no difference. That one who comes and receives a one-on-one attention, like face-to-face if you like, and the one who opts that they are going to learn via a media such as Zoom or WhatsApp or on Facebook, if we're going to give a lecture, a recorded lecture, the fee is the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, do you have distance, maybe evening classes?
Okay, so like I'm saying, if, for instance, a student registers and they are based on the Copper Belt, like I think I have 5 students that are based on the Copper. I don't know whether to call them distance or what, but me, I call them my students. Yeah, I call them my students that I teach via e-learning platform.
Okay.
Yes. So we don't have per se a program at distance, no, because we are getting started. We are only getting started now. So we'll tap you in. And how do we tap in? Half of the times we advertise on Facebook. And once people see our advert, they communicate to us via Facebook. So on Messenger, we're able to pick the leads. And then once we've picked the leads from Messenger, then we call you. We interact with you. And then from there, if you're interested in the course programs, then we move along with you.
Okay. And what is your target audience for your training institute?
Yeah, so our target audience is young people in the age of 18 up to about 20, 30, 25, 30, somewhere there. That's the audience that we're looking at. This is a productive age group. We are telling ourselves if we can manage to convince these guys to change their mindset from wanting to get a job to go and sit in an office, from wanting to get a job to go and be paid by somebody else. To them, thinking of creating employment and empowering themselves and giving somebody else a job, we feel this is the right audience. But that is not to say that if you are above 30 and you are willing to move along and be part and parcel to this journey of change, we cannot accommodate you. No, we will definitely accommodate you. Sure.
It's open to everyone. Everyone who is willing to learn.
Please come. You will find us. We'll walk along.
Who come and join you?
You are most welcome, Lucy. At least you are welcome. You come join us.
Sure.
Together with this child.
Learning never ends. Who
Learning
knows?
doesn't
I might
stop.
become the CEO.
You understand that?
I want to
are most
employ
welcome.
someone.
You
Very
understand.
important. I think
Come and
each and
employ me.
everyone should be.
No, you
doing
are
that.
most welcome. Actually, you are most welcome. You train with us, and then together we see what you can contribute to better our nation, Zambia.
Okay.
Where we are going, when you look at the way things are happening right now, I think we are going to where our friends like the Nigerians are at, like the South Africans are at. In Nigeria or in South Africa, it's not a big deal to have a degree. It's not a big deal to have a master's. You can have your master's degree and you're unemployed. You can have your doctorate and you're walking the streets. It is so much about what you are able to do with that skill that you have acquired. And this is where little by little we are drifting into. The population of over 20 million Alice is not a joke. It's not a joke. As a nation, I think the civil service, I don't know now, maybe, I don't think the civil service is able to take up over 10,000 people. And that's where we are at. The mines, I don't know which mine can take 20,000 people. There's no mine that will take so many people.
True.
So we need to begin to focus our attention on doing whatever we can. And the beauty, the population is not so much of a disadvantage, if you like. The population creates an opportunity for us to make money. All you need is to do something that distinguishes you from the rest. Where you are at, you have your audience. Gone are the days we used to go in town to look for bread. This time you are in Chilenje, you have so many people that have established bakeries there are butcheries, all kinds of services. You have a market where you are at. So the big population that we have, I think it's a plus for us. We need to begin to look at the possibilities to be able to provide for the needs of that population. And then we survive.
So, sir, are there future plans to exploit the fallen anytime soon?
We have expressed interest, for instance, on the local scene to work with local universities. We have written to 2 universities locally. But we have also expressed interest to partner with the institutions, for instance, in Germany, and see if we can partner with them and work towards exploiting the foreign market. Yes, there are. We are hoping maybe in the next 3-4 years we should be able to move in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had actually shared with us how you conduct your trainings. Like, you had mentioned something about culture. I would love to know about what is culture and foreign appreciation in your institute, if you were to make mention.
Okay. So under the cultural program, the focus, I think, is double-tongued. One, we are looking at the possibility of get our people to appreciate who they are. And that's why I told you that we're working with the kids under the age of 13 at the primary school close to us at Richmond. The idea is, at that tender age, we get them to appreciate who they are, we get them to appreciate where they are coming from, so much that as they grow, they will appreciate where they are going. Little by little, I think as a people, we are losing our culture.
Yes.
Gone are the days when you walk maybe into a public place, or you jump on a bus, or maybe you are walking by the roadside. Gone are the days where we saw young people leave way for the elders. It never happens anymore now. This is what we call the loss of our culture. So we feel that by engaging with the younger ones at that tender age, initially with the regiment primary school. As time goes on, maybe we can extend to other primary schools. We feel that we can bring back the upholding of our culture. As a people, we are known to be people that are respectful, that are loving, and people that take care of others. But little by little, we are losing that. And hence, maybe brings us back to the topic that we're talking about. The feminine people are beating each other about, because we have lost our identity as a people.
It's true. Just to add on it, talking about language, when you look at it nowadays, our kids are no longer using our language. It's like we, the parents, are the ones that are actually teaching them the other language, which is English.
Correct.
You would find a parent akamvera mwana akamba chinyanja or maybe any other omukalipira onokumumenya, not knowing bana ngati, looking at it this time, bana ngati baza kamba ija language. Believe me, you in 10 years time, in 30 years time, Nishi,
It will be gone.
Yes, it will be gone.
There are times when I laugh when I'm listening to people communicate. There's a term that I've heard that people are using now. I think it's gone. If it comes, I'll share it with you. An indication that we are losing our language. If you looked at the Nyanja that we spoke a few years ago, for instance, and you look at the Nyanja that we speak now, totally different. One of the reasons is that as a people, we have lost it. Like you rightly said, parents, us when we were growing up, at home, we spoke our mother tongue. When you walk out of the confines of a home, you can speak anything. But the moment you get into the yard, back to mother tongue. Our children now speak English. Visitors come, they greet them in our mother tongue, and me have got one.
When Ambuya comes home.
Yes, Ambuya comes, and the guy doesn't, and the guy is just looking. Yeah. It is one of the problems that we have created for ourselves in the name of wanting to look, I don't know, sophisticated, educated, or whatever. So what we are saying is that if we can start inculcating that aspect of our little ones getting to appreciate where they come from, their culture, maybe we could contribute to a lot of these things that we want to accomplish as a people.
There is also another side of you find a person can't really express themselves. Maybe when they go my interviews and they end up maybe opportunity because of maybe sense of what can you say about that?
Okay, so it all starts from the home, like I was saying. If at home we're allowing our children to express themselves, then we're increasing chances that wherever they go, be it at school, be it at church, wherever it is, they should be able to express themselves. They need to learn to have the confidence, the courage to express themselves. That way it becomes easy. If I cannot express myself in my mother, in my father's house, how do you expect me to express myself in my neighbor's house? At home, I should be able to say what I want, what I don't want, what I like, what I don't like, what I will condone, what I will not tolerate. At home, I should be able to. So if I move a step further and go out, it becomes easy for me to. So yes, as parents, we need to contribute to this. And that's where, as an institution, we have felt that we will not leave it to the parents alone. We'll start the process. We're kind of reminding our parents that we have forgotten something. We have forgotten where we are coming from. We need to continue to encourage our little ones to appreciate where we are coming from. I was privileged one day. I think I went into Zanaco. I'm becoming that day I realized that I'm now a senior citizen. So I walked into the bank. I wanted to check if my pension was in. So I went to the bank and there was a long queue. So a gentleman came and said, "Sir, would you want to sit?" I felt honored, like, oh, it was so nice, yeah. I felt great, like honored, yeah. So this is the kind of thing that we're talking about. I jump on a bus as a senior citizen. I want to see a young person move away and allow me to sit. I go in church, I'm in the house of worship. An elder is seated down, a young boy is seated on the chair. I think it's not healthy.
It's really a sad
These are
situation.
things that I think as a people we should get worried about. We should really get worried about.
There's one thing that I want to find out from one who do wonder, I'm sure even the viewers say, but they're saying from 13 to 25 years, and then they're talking about skills. Does it mean you even give my skills could be 13 years, or like center yambira part to say from 13 to, I'm sure from 13 years maybe you get 7, get 8.
Okay, I think I need to come back. I said that with the cultural program, this is where we are running with the little ones.
Okay.
Yes, with the cultural program. Why? Because we feel that the little ones, if allowed to get messed up at that age, then we are nowhere as a people. So with issues to do with the cultural program, this is where we have opened up the window for the younger ones. Yes.
Okay.
But in terms of the skills, this is where now we're looking at people who are aged between 18 up to 25, 30. So for the skills, it's the elderly young adults, and then for culture, both the elderly young adults and the little ones. And that was the kind of explanation that I'm trying to give.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Tembo, having mentioned about the culture programs, I think I would love to know what are those programs that you do, especially with the little ones.
Okay. So with the little ones, there are 3 issues that we are bringing to their attention. One is, once in a while, we sit down with them and tell them stories about where we are coming from as a way of getting them to appreciate the culture. And then 2, we are also trying to teach them the local dances. And then 3, we're also trying to encourage them to appreciate the local songs. So there's the talking about the culture, or encouraging them about the culture, then the dancing and the singing in our local languages.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Because looking at it nowadays, I feel kids don't know much, especially when it comes to our
Local.
traditional games. I think they are shunning away. I don't know, maybe because of technology and all. Most kids would find it's either they are on the TV, it's either they, because kids nowadays know how to operate phones. It's either they are on phones or they are on TV, like concentrating on things that just happened on social media. It's good that having such programs to encourage, actually, so that indeed old stories don't end. Because I remember when we were growing up, Kwenzeko, our grand Tushimi. I don't know if nowadays, I don't know if it's still there.
That's exactly what we're talking about. The other day, I think in the evenings when we lost power, that time we were losing power around 18 hours. I don't know what's happening now. We were seated with my boys at home. It felt so strange that we sat and talked. Because half of the time we are watching TV.
Yes.
Someone is busy on the phone, another one is busy on the computer, and that's the kind of life that we're leading. So we need to go back to getting to appreciate where we're coming from. As when we were growing up, we had the elders to tell us stories.
Yes.
It was time for stories. I think even in terms of programming, I don't listen a lot to Radio 1. I don't know whether we still have those, like the internals. I don't know. I don't know. If say, even now, if somebody asked you, Lucy, what traditional game do you know? What traditional game do you know now, Lucy or Alistair? Or tell us. Tell the public, the audience.
The traditional game.
What traditional game do you know that you can say, okay, this is a game that I can say, I can talk about?
I know a lot. I know there's Chiato, there's Waida.
But the little ones don't know all those things.
What
But
else?
ask them about cartoons, okay? They'll tell you all the cartoons that you need to know about. So that's why I was saying, we need to go back where we're coming from.
Yeah.
The culture of cartoons,
true.
yes, pop culture is okay. It helps us to know a few words, a few things about the English culture, but we also need our own local games. We promote them so that our people, our young people, get to appreciate where we're coming from.
Well, Mr. Tembo, looks like time is catching up. Just your words to the viewers, and if you can actually share again the location of the institute and just your contact where they can find you.
Okay, so yes, our viewers, if you have that child, that young person that wants to get a skill in marketing, in management, and to be helped to get to appreciate the culture, Management Learning Center are here to help with in that area. If you are looking for Management Learning Center, you don't have to look any further, because you can find us at Mulele Mwana. That's where we have an office. But besides that, if you just searched on Google Map, just like Management Learning Center, you'll be able to see us. We are very, very visible. In terms of our email address, if you wanted to write an email to us, you can reach us at Management Learning Center, center with TRE at the end, at gmail.com. That's where you find us. In terms of phone numbers, our office line is 211 35 0070. So 0211 35 0070. That's where you get us. A cell phone that we use two cell phones. On MTN, we use the 0963 81 71 and 31. 0963 817131. And Airtel is 0776 729232. 0776 729232. Come to Mulele Mwana, you'll find us.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us on our show.
It's a great honor and a privilege for me to be here. We're hoping that one of these fine days you invite us, we'll bring the little ones, we show you what we are talking about.
Sure,
And you
sure.
have given me a new name. Oh, Esther.
Lucy?
You look like Lucy. Bear with me.
Thank you once again,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Tembo. Well, viewers, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you for watching Ladies Cafe and for tuning in to Lumen TV. From us, it's Journey with the Girls.